The third part, in fact, there's very, very few people actually do this in market. So this is kind of the big unlock for testing. Okay. You want to go through a mock decision exercise. Let's say you're trying to test for Facebook, right? Now you want to say, what happens if the Facebook lift is 1%? We read that lift is 1%. What does the CPA look like? What does the ROAS look like? What would I do to the budgets? Would I, at that CPA, at that ROAS, would I actually cut the spend? What do I do? Now, let's say on the other side, let's say the Facebook lift is like 25%. What is the ROAS? What's the CPA? What would I do? How much would I increase the budgets by? And what would I do if the lift was 6%, right? So you actually go through what's called a decision matrix and you make mock decisions. You kind of go through what you would do, right? Now, what happens, why this is such a big unlock is that now, if you go through the whole test and you come back and you find that Facebook does not work as well as you expected, and you've been working on the program, you're a marketer and you built the whole campaigns by hand and you've nurtured them, you've grown them for the last 8 months. Now it's a report card. And you're saying, well, it's not working so well. The first reaction for most marketers is to reject the test, to say this test didn't work. We got to run another test, right? And so they don't want to accept any results. And there's a lot of emotion attached to it. I mean, we would react the same way too if it was our campaigns. In fact, I do the same thing when I do campaigns now for M Squared, right? Now, that's why we want to essentially flush out all these decisions on paper into what we call a decision matrix before you run the test. So now you kind of reconcile with what you would do if the media works, if the media doesn't work. Now, when the media does not work, it's not the test did not work, right? The test actually worked. It identified that the media did not work, right? So the test actually worked. And now you're able to actually make those decisions with more confidence, okay? It kind of takes out all the emotion of the test and puts it on paper. So when you actually observe the results for the test, you can analyze that with less emotion, with more just in a black and white cold logic kind of a way, okay? So this decision matrix is a big unlock. Now, also what happens is that when you go through the testing process, you will find out that when you go through feasibility analysis and decision matrix, in my experience, if I design 100 tests, I won't flight about 50 of them, maybe even 70 of them. Why? The decisions are so obvious. You go through the whole process and the first time you'll say, oh, wait. If the lift is actually 20%, which is like really like out of the world lift, even then the ROAS is pretty poor. I can never make this work in my portfolio. I'm looking for a target CPA of X, target ROAS of Y. No matter how much the lift is, even my most optimistic projection of lift does not allow me to keep this channel or this media in my portfolio. So I should probably cut the budgets on this, right? Now, that decision becomes obvious when you go through the matrix process, right? So again, these 3 steps in test design, market selection, a lot of people know, feasibility analysis and decision matrix. I think if you go through this in a thorough fashion, I think a lot of times you will end up helping brands make decisions with much more clear-eyed than if you don't. Okay.